Okay, for number 13, they want to know the coordinates of F on the coordinate plane. F is right here. So what we're going to do is we're always going to start in the middle here, which is called the origin. And we start at the origin, and then we're going to move over. Notice this is X and this is Y. So these are the ordered pair. X first, then Y. So X always goes across, and Y always goes up or down. And we're going to start right here, and we're going to, first of all, go through, and we're going to start at the origin, and we're going to get to go over here. We'd have to go over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5. So we have to go 5.5 over. So our first would be 5 1/2. That would be our X coordinate. And then we would have to go up 1, 2, 3.5. So 3 1/2. So 5.5, 3.5 is going to be our answer. So that's one way that we can go through and find the coordinates. Another way we can look at this is to simply go through and draw directly over to each line. Okay, so this on the X line here, this is between 5 and 6, so this is at 5.5 on the X line. On the Y line, it's between 3 and 4, halfway between, so that's 3.5. So we're still using X first, 5.5. And for the Y, it's at the 3.5 point for the Y. So 3.5 for Y. So those are coordinates. So those are both of our coordinates, and this is what we call our ordered pair here. That's our ordered pair. So for number 14, we're given a diagram. We have points I and point J, and they want us to find the distance between I and J. So, of course, the easiest way is just to go ahead and count how many spaces we're going to have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there are going to be 6 spaces. This one is 3 above. That one's 3 below. So the absolute value of 3 plus the absolute value of -3, remember that equals 3 plus 3, it's always positive, equals 6 spaces. Okay, for number 15, they want us to put dots on the graph for the ordered pairs 2, 2, and 1, -3. So remember, we have our ordered pairs, X's first, then Y's, so we always go across, and then we go up or down. And then, of course, to the right is positive, left is negative, up is positive, down is negative. So let's take a look at our first one, 2, 2. We start at the origin, which is in the middle. We're going to go, first of all, X, or to the right, 2 places, 1, 2, and then for Y, we go up or down, so we're going to go up because it's a positive, up 2 places, 2, 2. So our first dot is going to end up being right there. So once again, just over 2, up 2. And we can always on this say X is 2, so X is our first one, X is 2, so 2 on the X is right there. Y is also 2, so 2 on the Y is there. And so these 2 lines intersect right there. The 2 and the 2 intersect right there. So we can also do that this way. Then for 1, -3, we're going to go over 1. So once again, we go over 1, and then negative means we go down 1, 2, and 3 places. So that's going to go ahead and give us a spot right here. So we're going to have a spot here and a spot down there. And once again, with this, we can always say X, then Y, so they go in order. So X first and then Y up here. So X is a 1, so that means on the X line right here, we're going to get the 1. And on the y line, we're going to put a -3. And 1 and -3 are going to be right there. For number 16, they give us e, which is backwards 3 up 1. So e backwards 3 up 1. And then f is going to be forward 2 and up 1. So forward 2, up 1. And they want to know the distance between e and f. So one of the easiest ways, of course, is simply to go through and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the distance is 5 units. Okay. We could also say this f is over here to a 2, and this one is to a -3, and we can add the absolute values. Absolute value of -3 is 3, plus 2 is going to be our answer, 5 units. For the next one, they want us to graph the ordered pairs -2, 3, and b, 3, -2. So we're going to graph them on this plane. So our first one for A is -2, 3. So we start at the origin here. We're going to go backwards 2. Okay. We're going to end up going backwards 2, 1, 2, and then positive 3, so we go up 1, 2, 3. So our first spot is right here for A. Backwards 2 and up 3. Then for our next one, we want 3, -2. So these both have the same numbers, but they're in a different order. So for 3, -2, once again, we always start at our origin here. And we're going to go 3, once again, x. X comes first, then y. And we always go across and then up or down. So for this one, we're going to go across 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to go down 2. -2 means we're going to go down 2. So that's going to get us to this point here for B. So as we go through and we look at this, we have our 2 points. And as we look at our 2 points, our first A was -2, -2, 3. So on x, -2, on y, it's 3, and we can see they meet right there. And then on B, B was 3, -2. So on the x, it's the 3. On the y, our vertical line, it's -2. And -2 and 3 meet right there. For number 18, 18 simply says, give an ordered pair whose graph is the origin. Now the origin that we're going to have here is always going to end up being our center. So therefore, our origin is this spot right here. And since that's where we always start, we remember x is across, y is up or down. So we start here at the origin, we go across 0 spaces to get here, and we go up 0 spaces. So it's at 0 on the x, it's also at 0 on the y. So therefore, its coordinates are 0, 0. That's the ordered pair, ordered simply because x comes before y.